Every 45 seconds, a black man enters an elevator, and some stupid white bitch clutches her purse for her dear life. Now, you might not think we notice, but we do. And while you think you're protecting yourself, in actuality, you're provoking a savage attack. The small step to the side, your subtle death grip on your belongings. It makes me want to snatch that fucking purse out of your hands and beat your racist ass to the ground. However, I'm not gonna do that. But I'll tell you what I will do. Dumb bitch.
I'm gonna do an experiment where I'm gonna see if black people are racist towards whites. Let's see what happens. Is it alright if I borrow your phone real quick? I just gotta call my girlfriend. Take like 10 seconds. Alright.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Is it cool if I use your phone real quick? I just gotta call my mom's like real quick. It'll just take like 1 minute. Is that cool? Thanks, man. Alright, cool. I was gonna pick up the KFC. I got held up, but
Why'd you let him use your phone and not me? I mean, I know him. I don't know you. You know him?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know.
That's some weird ass shit.
I know, right? I don't know. See, white people, man. Let me tell you, man. White.
Yeah, why motherfuckers, man? They just think they own everything.
I know, right? They can't, you can't just be letting anybody use your phone, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be, thanks, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool.
Alright, bro.
How's it going? Is it cool if I borrow your phone real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, cool. Thanks, man. Alright, I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, cool. Thanks, man.
Hey, bro. Is it alright if I use your phone real quick? I gotta call my girl. I don't have a phone. I just saw you let someone else use your phone. And I don't got no phone, man. But you just let someone else use it. I don't got a phone, man. Alright.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Is it cool if I use your phone real quick? I just gotta call my mom just like 1 minute, man. It's okay. No, chicken, the biscuits, alright. Thanks, bro.
You alright?
Appreciate that. I'm good, man.
Give me a cigarette or something?
Oh, man. I gotta get going. I gotta go to the grocery store, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Hey, guys. I saw you let that guy use your phone. Is it alright if I borrow it real quick? I just gotta call my girl.
Where you from, bro?
I'm like a little lost. I'm just from like a couple miles down that way.
I don't know who you are, bro.
But you didn't know that guy. Why'd you let him?
You don't know who I knew.
You need to go on push, man.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I don't know nothing about you, man.
you need to bounce. We don't know who you are, bro. Who are you?
You didn't know who that guy was.
But we don't know who you are.
But you didn't know who he was.
We
and you let him use
neither
the
know
phone.
who you are.
See, what we have here, y'all, is some sneaky shit. Brothers and sisters, is it really cool to be, sliding down on folks without them knowing what your true intent is? You're playing with them. You can't be sliding down on people. He might have been texting his mama. He might have had that pack in. Baby mama drama. Or doing something important, you coming down with your scams. You and your man. See, if this incident is real, if this is a real incident, if these incidents are real, this may not sit well with everybody, brothers and sisters. This could lead to some violence. Brothers and sisters. But anyway, I guess you could say that the question would be, are these brothers really racist? Or could it be the act or reaction breeded by experiences that may cause a brother or sister to be more comfortable clinging to their own race or culture? Race. Funny ass word. But in these conditions here, pay attention.
It's time for Guess Who's the Jew, the game where contestants guess who's Jewish and who's not. And now here's the host of Guess Who's the Jew, half Jew himself, Howard You have sort of a 60s thing going there?
Well, thank you, Robin. Thanks for taking a look at my outfit tonight, and I love to play Guess Who's the Jew. I want to welcome everyone. Tonight, we're going to find out if our contestants know a Jew when they see one. Now, Kurt Woldheim Jr.,
Yes.
you're a well-known Nazi. Do you actually know any Jews?
Yes, many.
Now, really, you know Jews. What do these Jews say to you?
Well, they said, no! Stop! Please don't! Or something like that.
All right. Hey, that's a lot of fun. Now let's say hello to Daniel Carver. Daniel Carver is a member of the Ku Klux Klan. And Daniel, very good that you're taking off your hood. You are dressed in your full uniform. It is very good to see you tonight. And welcome to Guess Who's the Jew. Now, Daniel, do you know any Jews?
No.
You have never met a Jew?
Probably have, but I didn't know it.
Now, I understand that you put out a phone message every day. Every day you have a different phone message for all of the different Klansmen who call you on a regular basis. Now, what is your message for today? Can you give the audience at home a typical message?
Well, the message today is the white people need to organize and stay away from the niggers. We've got to keep the white race pure. A race war is coming. When it comes, you're going to have to depend on other white people because the niggers are going to stick together. And if the white don't stick together, the niggers are going to kill us all. They're going to rape our women, make slaves out of our children. You can laugh all you want to, but it ain't going to be funny when they start.
Well, now how did you learn how to hate black people? I mean, was this a learned thing? Where did it come from, do you think?
130 years ago, niggers were slaves. 200 years ago, they were swinging from trees and living in caves. When the Bible was written and Jesus were here, they were the beast of the field. The Bible says they were beasts that wore clothing, the beast that cried, the beast with hands. That's what he's talking about, the nigger.
Now, Marie, you don't feel like a beast, do you?
Hell no.
No, you don't feel like that. Do you believe any of these things?
No. So where you see me hanging from a tree?
Daniel, it seems to me that there's a little tension between the two of you. Do you feel that at all in the room?
You think it's sexual, Howard?
Is there a sexual tension between the two?
For a human to go with an animal is bestiality.
What you mean, an animal?
Well, he thinks
Do
that he
I
was
look
an
like
animal.
an animal to you?
Yeah, I tell you, she seems like a very lovely
Do
woman,
I look
Daniel.
like an animal to you? Can you answer that?
Yeah. You've got wool instead of hair. You've got a
What do
big
you
wide
think you
nose.
look like?
You've got animal-colored skin, and you smell like an animal.
All right. Okay, now, let's get into it. Daniel, did you bring any special products with you tonight?
Sure.
All right, let's see what the Klansman brings with him. He has special paraphernalia, various products to sell. Everybody deserves a plug on the show
Howard.
because, yes?
Let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping. Very good, Robin. You're absolutely right. Is this a stupid tape or what? This is the stupidest tape I ever made. All right, let's take a look and see what we have here.
I have a T-shirt here that says, warning, 9 of 10 niggers are polluted with AIDS.
Now, what about that? Explain that to me. I don't understand that. You're saying that
Polluted with
most of the
AIDS?
black people have AIDS?
Sure, it's probably more than 9 out of 10, but we went light on them.
Pete.
Stamp that. Get one of those stamps. Okay, see, I pay the maximum if I don't have this, so I'm gonna need this. I want to pay the maximum.
Get your fucking punk ass out of here.
Alright,
Let me
alright.
see your motherfucking ass over again, or your ass will not even be able to get out this motherfucking door without getting your ass shot.
Oh, there's one right now. Alright. Maybe help me out.
Can I get a little gas? I'm having a meeting later. I need a little gas. You can just fill me up just a little bit. All right, easy there, brother. Easy, Tyrone. Easy, Tyrone. All right. Settle down now. Let me ask you a question. Can I get a little gas, please?
Man, are you crazy?
Maybe some premium, too. I don't want that unleaded shit, because we got to burn this thing.
Man, you crazy. You're out your mind.
Here we go. Another one of them people.
Can I trouble with you a little bit of gas? A little bit of fuel. Shit. Can I get a little bit of gas, please?
No.
I just need a little bit of gas.
Can't
Me
get
and my
shit.
friend.
Can't get shit.
Why do you got to be like that? Why do you got to be like that?
You about to get an ass whooping.
You settle down now. You settle down. You settle down. Listen, I don't have a beef with you. I have a beef with your people.
Go home. That's it.
No, calm down now. Calm down. Calm down. I'm just fucking joking around. What the fuck you think you are? I'm just joking around now.
See what I'm saying?
Whatever we do, we just tend to do it kind of strong. You know what I mean?
I hate white people. All of them. Every last iota of a cracker, I hate it. We didn't come out here to play today.
Sometimes whatever we do, sometimes we just do it just real strong.
We didn't come out here to play today.
It comes on the end of marriage too, right? All men together.
Right, sure.
And I'm sure no intelligent white person watching this show, or no intelligent white man in his or her right white mind, want black boys and black girls marrying their white sons and daughters, and in return introducing their grandchildren as half brown, kinky-haired black people. I'm sure
I would object to that.
Well, you wouldn't, but a lot of them would.
Well, I'm sure if you notice this the
What I'm
point.
trying to say is this. You don't have it. You say you don't. You don't have it. You really ain't gonna have it. You on the show. You gotta say that. But
That's not true.
why would you want to do that?
Because I don't have any different from you, see.
Here we are much different.
I mean, I think society's made us different.
No, we're different. We all together.
Society's made us different.
No, not society. God made us different.
No, we're just human beings. He made all of us.
We all listen. Bluebirds fly with bluebirds. Red birds won't be with red birds. Listen. Tell me when I'm wrong. Pigeons won't be with pigeons. Tell me when I'm right. We should have. They don't have intelligence. We have to stay together. We should have more intelligence than them, right? Bluebirds with bluebirds. They all are birds, but they got different cultures. The eagles like to hang out in the mountains. The buzzards like to fly around the desert.
Well,
the bluebird like to fly around the trees and the grass.
Problems a buzzard mating with a sparrow, wouldn't there?
What?
There was
We have a problem too. I don't see no black and white couples in England or America walking around proud holding their children.
that's because
And
society.
going out.
That's society's fault. I mean, we've got to educate people around.
Well, life is too short for me to be catching hell or something like that. I really don't have a beautiful daughter, a beautiful wife that look like me. We're all happy and I don't have no trouble. I mean, I ain't that much in love with no woman to go through all that hell. Ain't no one woman that good. Understand?
I understand. Yeah, I do understand. I understand. I think it's sad that that's.
It ain't sad because I want my child to look like me. Every intelligent person wants his child to look like him. I'm sad because I want to blot out my race and lose my beautiful identity. Chinese love Chinese. They love the little snatty-eyed, pretty brown-skinned babies. Pakistanis love their culture. Jewish people love their culture. A lot of Catholics, they want to marry another Catholic. They want the religion to stay the same. Who want to spot up yourself and kill your race? You're a hater of your people if you don't want to stay who you are. You shame what God made you. God didn't make no mistake when He made us all like
I think that's a philosophy of despair.
Despair.
I really do.
It ain't no
Yeah,
despair.
I think
Number one, listen, no woman on this whole earth, not even a black woman in Muslim countries, can please me and cook for me and socialize and talk to me like my American black woman. No woman, at last is a white woman, can really identify with me and my feelings and the way I act and the way I talk. And you can't take no Chinese man and give him no Puerto Rican woman and holler about we in love and you emotionally in love and physically, but really they're not happy because she's gonna hear some Puerto Rican music, he's gonna hear some Chinese music, and they're gonna be clashing all the time. It's just nature. You can do what you want, but it's nature to want to be what you want. I want to be with mine. I love my.
Fucking Allah. Allah. You fucking Muslims.
Yeah, you got problems, lady.
Are you from?
Oh yeah, you got
Fucking
serious
Allah.
problems. You got
Fucking Allah.
serious problems, lady.
Fucking Allah.
Get out of here. Get out of here, bitch.
Get the fuck out.
No, you're the one
I don't
outside.
care what you say. I'm telling you I hate you.
Good, awesome. Get out of here.
See what I'm saying?
I'm in public, right? This guy keeps following me around. He's a white guy. Let's see if you can see him. You see him in the background with the yellow suit? Watch, you about to see him. See? Right there in the yellow suit. You see that man? He's following me around. Yeah, watch if I turn, watch. See, look, there you go. He's following me around public. That's over. He's gonna go on the news. He's following me around public if he wants. Watch this. This is just to make sure. Watch, I'm gonna turn another corner. And watch him come right around that same corner. Right? After this, see? There he go. You see that? You see that, man? And now he trying to act like he ain't following me because he see I'm reporting him. It's like, look at him. Look, there he go. There goes that man. He's following us, man. What? I know. Let's see if this man come again. I'm about to go pay for my stuff. And watch him keep following me. Watch. There he go again. You see him? Right there. He got a tie on and he's walking behind me. Now I asked him 3 times. I said, why are you following me?
In light of threats of racial violence in Poland and Ukraine, Phil Janioka stated that England will consider walking off the pitch at Euro 2012 if they encounter racial hostility. But Mario Balotelli, who has been the subject of racial abuse from Porto and Juventus fans in the past, has a somewhat clearer stance on the matter. The 21-year-old told France Football, "I will not accept racism at all. It's unacceptable. If someone throws a banana at me in the street, I will go to jail because I will kill them."
The first slaves will be taken out of West Africa. Spain and Portugal goes to the Pope, the leading arbitrator of that day, the one person in Europe with the greatest authority. The Pope would say to Spain and Portugal, you take the East and you take the West, and you two good Catholic nations start fighting among yourselves. And then the profound statement before departure, you are both authorized to reduce to servitude all infidel people. The slave trade now has been sanctioned. Europeans have been told they need not feel guilty of it because you're doing this to an infidel who is outside of God's grave. England went into the slave trade with a vengeance, led by Captain Hawkins and the good ship Jesus. The ship was called the good ship Jesus. The coat of arms on the ship was 2 Africans bound back to back, the arms tied. So they saw no contradiction in being in the slave trade and being Christians at the same time.
Caused the division. We did not cause the racism. We are now responding to that which you and your people have done to us.
Do you mind, though, offending a blanket people? Do you mind when you say white devils? I mean, anybody goes, well, I'm not a devil, I'm a nice guy, all right? You know, I don't want him calling me devil. You're offending.
Of course, the devil is wicked and he's the master of deception. I say in the words of Malcolm X, if you find any good white people, kill them first before they turn bad. Right. Do you adopt?
Those were his statements, not mine. Now, can we get back to the subject?
And so do you reject that rhetoric? Do you understand why people don't like you? I mean, do you really?
No, I don't understand. What do you mean people don't like me? I speak on college campuses all over this nation.
If you speak that
can I answer the question?
Can
I go to your question? I speak on college campuses all over this nation. You can go now to Reverend Al Sharpton,
Don't bring up either of those men. Those men.
Are you going to let me answer the question? Are you going to let your black guests? Are you going to let your black guests talk?
Stop with the black.
I can go to. You can
Stop with the
go
black.
to the.
You're not here as you're here as a
Are we going to talk at each other? Are you afraid for me to talk? It appears that you are afraid.
Fucking Allah. Allah. You fucking Muslim.
Yeah, you got problems, lady.
Are you a problem?
Oh, yeah. You got
Fucking
serious
Allah.
problems. You got
Fucking Allah.
serious problems, lady.
fucking Allah.
Get out of here. Get out of here, bitch.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, you're the one
I
outside.
don't care what you say. I'm telling you, I hate you.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. Get out of here.
I'll turn this into corporate.
Right there.
Yeah, this Walmart
You
right
turn
here.
me into corporate.
This Walmart, yeah.
Because unless you spending money, we don't need.
Oh, I'm not spending money? Am I, because I'm black?
What do we do?
Because I'm black.
A group of people tonight I've had to chase away because they think Walmart is a playground.
What did I do? Hold on, let me say this. What did I do to make this a playground, ma'am? What have I done to make this a playground?
Come in and browse.
And backpacks?
I asked them if they take their
And
backpacks
did we have a problem?
You can't assume.
No, but wait, let her talk. Let her prepare herself.
No, it doesn't. I asked them to take their backpacks out, and
I will not have him treating me like that. If you don't stand up, you've got superior answer to.
No.
Now you take care of him.
No, Mary, I'll take care of you.
No.
Wow. Oh, this going
You've got
in.
superior answer to.
What?
He
Let her talk.
will
So
not
do you.
treat me like this.
No, I'm the customer. You the worker.
Spend money then.
I'm the customer. I got money. More money than you make. What you talking about? What you gonna do? Take this?
Oh, now we got.
I'm a customer.
You're more than welcome to.
Drug money.
Drug money? I sell drugs. Now I sell drugs.
Hold on, let me finish. Nothing was going on. Okay? I deal with customers on a daily basis. That's profiling. And what she did, do you have something I can help you with? For her to come up and approach us like that, in that manner, that is not right.
Excuse me, ma'am.
If she don't get fired.
Walmart. I could not believe it. Tracy Jenkins and fellow Walmart shoppers could not believe their ears Sunday night. Attention, Walmart customers, all black people leave the store now. To my shock and just total disgust.
Angry is an understatement.
Bernetta Durazio's 6-year-old daughter, Jasmine, was one of hundreds inside the store when someone, whether a customer or an employee, got hold of the store's intercom system and advised black people to leave.
The apology took a long time and a lot of pushing from the guest saying, what are you going to do? Is this okay? Is this what you tolerate?
This is something that happened that left a part of this community scared.
If it were a prank, there's only one person laughing, and it's certainly not us. If it's a employee of Walmart, obviously, I believe that takes it to another level. And that's something definitely the corporate officers have to review their policies and their procedures. Walmart released a statement that reads in part, "We're as appalled by this as anyone. Clearly, this is unacceptable. We are currently reviewing our systems to prevent this from happening in the future." I teach my children about tolerance, acceptance, and diversity. So for me now to explain to them why someone would make such a disgusting comment about black people, I'm just not prepared.
I don't believe that we shall overcome. I believe blackness shines brighter than the sun. I don't believe that the time is now, and I refuse to ever have to bow my head down. My flag is beautiful.
A new generation of African Americans is raising its voice against what it sees as racism and injustice.
I think what we're seeing is the birth of a mass movement.
The children and grandchildren of the civil rights era say they want freedom.
I want to be free. And in America, you're not free here if you're black.
See what I'm saying?
How is it not news? And why are no candidates mentioning that according to the Department of Justice, in a study released in 2004, black and Latino males are 3 times more likely than white males to have their cars stopped and searched for drugs, even though white males are 4.5 times more likely to actually have drugs on us on the occasion when we are stopped. Now think about that. Because that suggests that racial profiling is not just racist, we know that, that is redundant. But it's also pretty stupid-ass law enforcement. Or is it? Because I guess it's only stupid if you think the purpose of the war on drugs is actually to get drugs off the street. Because if that were the purpose, putting aside whether or not We ought to deal with a medical and a health problem known as drug addiction with war metaphors in the first place. Different lecture for a different night. Even if we assume that that is a good policy, let us be clear that that is not what we're fighting. We're not fighting a war on drugs because the first rule of any war is to go where the enemy is. And if the white folks are the ones with the drugs in the car and the black and brown folks are the ones getting stopped, the people fighting this war are either supremely stupid or just have really bad short-term memory. Like they keep forgetting, oh damn, I pulled over another guy named Martinez. I keep forgetting it's white people. Damn it, I gotta write a note and put it on the dashboard. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe that's it, Or maybe it's something else. I do trainings with law enforcement, not a hell of a lot, for reasons you can probably guess. And I ask law enforcement officers, what's the first thing you think when you see a young black or Latino male driving a nice car in your neighborhood? And they all, without fail and without exception, will say drug dealer. I then ask them, what's the first thing you think when you see a young white male, same age, driving the same kind of car in that same community? And they will say, without exception, without hesitation, without fail, spoiled little rich kid, daddy probably bought him a car. Keep in mind, we've been together for about 90 seconds of the workshop at this point. We have 2 hours left, and they have just outed themselves as racist because what they have said is that they are making snap judgments on the basis of only color that work to the detriment of people of color, the benefit of white people. We still got 2 hours to go, so it's going to be fun from that point forward. These are people sworn to protect and to serve. It's right there on the car, right there on the side of the car. And in the first 90 seconds, they are acknowledging these racial biases. How is that not an issue? How is it not an issue that according to that Justice Department report, while black and brown folk are having their wheel wells ripped apart on the side of the road, their trunks splayed open, their dashboards ripped apart in the search for drugs which aren't even there, white people like me, notice I said like me because I'm not trying to tell you anything about me that you don't need to know and for which the statute of limitations has not yet expired, are driving by the roadblock with a trunk full of weed. And we're just waving. Because we're not suspected, therefore we're not detected, therefore we're not punished. How is that not an issue? How is it not an issue that the typical white family in America, thanks to this history, this legacy of institutionalized oppression for some and advantage and privilege for others, how is it not news that the average white family in America, not the average rich white family, the average white family has 12 times the accumulated net worth of the average African American family, 8 times the accumulated net worth of the average Latino family, in large measure because those white average families have had parents or grandparents who, even if they didn't have much, even if they were not rich, nonetheless were able to procure a little house, a little property, maybe with an FHA or a VA loan in the middle of the 20th century, loans that were all but off limits to people of color as they gave hundreds of billions of dollars worth of assets and equity to those who were white. So that even white working class families on average, even white families with less than $15,000 a year in annual income, which depending on family size, that is technically legally the poverty limit. And yet the average white family with low income, less than $15,000, has the same average net worth as the typical black family with $60,000 or more in annual income. So that even those African American families that are professional, good jobs, occupational status, good educations, etc., and pretty good incomes are still in worse shape in terms of wealth and assets, material goods, which are really what matter in the long run. Your income, if you're dependent on that, you're one paycheck away from nothing. If you don't have assets, if you don't have wealth, if you don't have something accumulated, your income means very little. In the case of an economic downturn, and these working class white families who are struggling, make no mistake about it, nonetheless are on average going to be better off than those black families with 4 times as much annual pay. How can that not be an issue? I'm suggesting to you that the failure to talk about race, the failure to talk about racism and inequality on the basis of color, feeds the denial that is already far too prevalent among the white community. And having been white all of my life, I've been surrounded by that denial for a very long time. Because if you know the history of the whole concept of whiteness, if you know the history of the whole concept of the white race, where it came from and for what reason, you know that it was a trick, and it's worked brilliantly. See, prior to the mid to late 1600s in the colonies of what would become the United States, there was no such thing as the white race. Those of us of European descent did not refer to ourselves by that term really ever before then. In fact, in the old countries of Europe, we had spent most of our time killing each other. We didn't love each other. We weren't one big happy family. The side of my family that comes from Scotland, hell, they didn't even worry about fighting people outside of Scotland. Highlanders and Lowlanders just fought the hell out of each other. So there was no white race, but in the colonies of what would become the United States, what did we see in the 1660s, 1670s? We began to see that Africans of indentured servant status, many of them not enslaved yet, they were not necessarily permanently enslaved. Some were, others were indentured like many poor Europeans for periods of 7 to 11 years. They could work off their indenture and then they would be free labor technically. Realized, as did the white indentured servants, the Europeans who hadn't even been called white yet, that they had a lot of things in common, like the fact that they were all getting their clock cleaned by the elite. And so they would get together more than our history books taught us, to foment rebellion against the elite, to try to get a better deal for themselves on the basis of economic necessity and economic justice. And what did the elite do? When you see that you're outnumbered by black and white folks who are penniless, landless, peasants, you have to do one of two things. You either have to kill them all, but you can't do that because who's going to work? Rich folks weren't going to. They had to get poor people to work. The whole point was to be a person of leisure back in those days. That was the goal, was not to work. So you couldn't kill them all. You didn't want to kill them all. You had to do the work yourself. You had to build your own levee, build your own house. No. Pick your own tobacco, harvest your own cotton. No, we're not going to do any of that. So you can't kill them, but you can co-opt them. And so the elite in Virginia, for example, in the colony, begins to give certain carrots to people of European descent, saying things like, you know, we're going to let you own a little land. Not much, but just a little. And we're going to get rid of indentured servitude. Now you're free labor. And by the way, once you're free labor, you get 50 acres of land. Just because you're free labor, see. So we're going to cut you in on this deal. We're going to let you enter into contracts. We're going to let you testify in court. And here's the best of all. We're going to put you on the slave patrol to keep those people in line, right? The idea was you're still going to get your clock clean. We still don't like you. We still aren't going to really empower you or change your economic subordination. But we're going to make you honorary members of this team, and you're going to help us keep those other people down. So they got a little taste of power, and it did effectively divide and conquer those coalitions. Those rebellions began to stop almost instantly. Fast forward to the Civil War era, you have rich white folks in the South, where I come from, standing up and openly admitting that the reason they're prepared to secede from the Union, and the only reason they ever articulated publicly, ever, was to maintain and extend slavery and white supremacy not only where it already existed, but into the newly acquired, that is to say, stolen territories from Mexico to the west. That was what they said. White folks were clear then. The 1890s. What did white folks say? Those southern editors of newspapers where I'm from, they would say, well, we get along fine with our Negroes down here if you Yankees would just leave us alone and stop messing in our business. Go back to 1850 and read what Dr. Samuel Cartwright, a well-respected member in good standing of the medical profession in this country, said. Not only was racism not a problem, there wasn't even a word for that yet. Slavery wasn't a problem, so much so that he decided that any slave who would run away obviously had a mental illness. Because you'd have to be crazy to run away from bondage. So he came up with a term, he called it drapetomania. Don't even know what the root of that is, don't want to know, don't understand where the word came from, but that's what he called it, drapetomania. You must be crazy, you must be mentally ill to run away from your loving master. Denial. In every generation, 2007, 1963, the 30s, the 1890s, the 1850s, my point being that in every generation, members of the dominant group have said there is no problem, and in every generation, without fail, we have been wrong.
See what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, a young brother asked me a question. He asked me, why do I do what I do? And I told the brother, I do what I do, as so does nature. And he crammed to understand that. But okay. All right. See, when you come out of the carbonated womb, brothers and sisters, dressed in the flesh that deteriorates over time of being on this planet. Similar to an apple that begins to rot the minute its internal self or flesh is exposed to the breath of this world. You are basically being casted out of the womb into an infected parasitic system. And more worse off, you born in the hood. Mama strung out on that heroin, or that heroin, or that heroin. Daddy done died in a home invasion. You forced to be a savage, amongst many other savages who share the same fate. Every day it's dog eat dog, cat eat cat, snake eat snake, rat eat rat. In a place where to learn about the birds and the bees wasn't enough. One had to learn about the ticks and the fleas, brothers and sisters. Added, the constant diet of this condition in many places has breeded a culture of vultures, and you one of them. Lost in the illusion of a beastie, but customized reality. Only to come to the realization one day that you've been lied to. Your whole damn life, you've been lied to. Your whole corrupted, painful life. Looking in the mirror as a man, knowing that your education was a lie, which means that during those times, your observation and dedication was a lie. You've been denied of what will expose you to the realization of your true origin, Negro. Without viruses. So your history is a lie, making your whole view of self in the world suspect. But it was customized, but not by your ass, but by something, someone, somewhere that's perpetrating. Unauthorized administrators, brothers and sisters. A damn design, a customized design to suit your demise and whoever fits the damn shit list. Got us out here killing each other. Got us out here. Moms ain't got to cry. Daddies ain't got to die and go to jail. It was all about design. All this damn pain inside of the people who suffer. It didn't have to be this way. It was all a damn lie. Imagine nearly a whole culture of people dealing with this painful feeling inside of being lied to. Imagine nearly a whole culture of people dealing with this pain inside of being lied to. And if this is you, you will feel the anger, the emotion, the passion, the pain. Is this like dealing with an aha moment for us going through this stage? One of those aha moments. What the hell going on moments? What the fuck is this moment? Who did this moment? As y'all continue to perform unjust acts and forms of terror, killing children, brothers and sisters. This racism thing is a worldly thing. But to all my dark carbonated beings, if you was a white person seeing black people going through what they're going through and been going through, how would you feel? And how would you react, brothers and sisters? And to the white people of the world, some of y'all get it. For those who don't, if you was a black person, a dark-skinned being, seeing and experiencing what black people are going through and been going through, how would you be? How would you act? How would you be? Or do we already see what I'm saying?